Joining us now, Democratic Congressman from Massachusetts, Seth Moulton, is a member of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, what happens now?
We don't know what's going to happen. But the concern, of course, is that this is the beginning of the end, that Putin starts not only walking all over Ukraine, but walking all over Europe. And this gets a lot worse on Donald Trump's watch. Why? Because he's somehow beholden to Putin, somehow beholden to the Kremlin, echoing their talking points, a true puppet of Vladimir Putin, rather than standing up for our ally, standing up for our values, and standing up for NATO in its defense of Europe. This is a very dangerous
let me interrupt you. Do you think he's beholden? I mean, I know we've been talking about this for 10 years. Do you think he's beholden,
I'm not a conspiracy theorist,
let me ask the question, or is he trying to change the world? Is he trying to reorient things? Is he trying to make people like himself, like Vladimir Putin, I've said this before, MBS, President Xi, who knows, make them the main leaders in the world, those the empire states, and everybody else are just bit players in this?
Well, I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. What I started to say is I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there's just no other explanation for why a Republican of all people, a Republican, following in the footsteps of Ronald Reagan, would just completely sell out to the Kremlin. It just makes no sense.
Well, he's not following in the footsteps of Ronald Reagan. I mean, he can give that.
That's my point.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
my point. Is he's completely thrown out American tradition, Republican tradition, everything they've run on for decades, just to be beholden to Putin. It just does not make any sense. Now, I do think the Trump-Musk vision of the world is one where America retreats, where we just worry about our own backyard. That's why he's so focused on renewing the Monroe Doctrine, renaming the Gulf of Mexico. It's all about our part of the world, cede Europe to Russia, cede Asia to China. He really does want America to retreat from the world. That's the irony of what America first means. So there is that view. But I still don't get why he just gives in to Putin.
Well, maybe a new continental order. He wants to make Canada the 51st state. He wants to take over Greenland. He's talking about retaking the Panama Canal, just making it a latitudinal zone of influence for a handful of strong leaders.
Yeah, and basically just to cede our leadership everywhere else in the world, which Americans have to understand is dangerous. We've tried isolationism before. Most famously or infamously, we tried it in the 1930s, and look what that got us, World War II. We tried isolationism for a bit in the 1990s when we said we don't have to worry about everything. The conflict is over. The peace dividend. We don't have to. There are no threats to America's security anymore. And then 9/11 happened. So this is just we're due for another big war. That's the frightening thing. When you look at history and you look at what happened in World War II, then 20 years later, what almost happened with the Cuban Missile Crisis. What happened with 9/11. I mean, we are due for a conflict. And that's why strength and deterrence matters so much right now. And what we saw this afternoon in the Oval Office was the opposite of strength. It was cowardly weakness, giving in to our enemies and selling out our allies, our ally Ukraine, that stands so proudly for American values, not just Ukrainian values, but American values. And we just sell them out to Russia. That's what Trump and Vance are doing.
We've only seen 2 Republicans so far, by my count, unless something's happened in the last couple minutes, come out and criticize this. It's Mike Lawler, a Republican congressman, your colleague here in New York, and also Don Bacon, also a Republican congressman. Those are the only 2 that have come out and said this is bad. What happened was bad. It was only good for Vladimir Putin. Why is that?
Well, Don Bacon's no surprise. He's an Air Force general. He was the courageous Republican who signed my letter to Secretary Hegseth last week asking, why on earth are you firing these generals? Just give us a reason. Of course, Hegseth hasn't been able to give a reason. He hasn't responded to that bipartisan letter. But the bottom line is that the vast majority of Republicans in Congress, despite totally agreeing with me on this, despite sitting with me at a table with Zelensky at the Munich Security Conference just 2 weekends ago, and 100% agreeing that we need to continue supporting Ukraine. Despite all of that, they're just so scared of Donald Trump that they won't do anything. So let's praise Mike Lawler and Don Bacon for doing the right thing. But since when is it such a sign of courage that you're simply able to stand up for America? That's how low the Republican Party has gotten.
Congressman Seth Moulton, thank you so much for sticking around for us. We appreciate it.